Hi, welcome back. This is part 2 of our video where we're going to create a worksheet. Now at this point I'm going to ask you to take a look at the textbook that we're using for the course. It is in Blackboard in your website, and you can find it under the section that is called Resources. And here's the book right here, Learning How to Use Microsoft Excel 2016. Now I have it already open, and I'm going to ask you to go to figure 1.1 on page 10. And I want to show you how to create, we're not going to play with the chart right now, but we're going to just talk about how to create this piece here. And it won't look as pretty, I just want to be able to get the data out there. So let's go back, and I'm going to bring my screen down a smidgen just so I can kind of go back and forth. So I have in cell A1, I'm going to type General Merchandise World, the name of the company, and 2011, well, you know, it's 2019, so I'll leave it as 11. Retail sales in millions. Okay, now the next row, which is row 2, I hit enter and it went from A1. Now I'm sitting in A2. These are going to be labels of month. Now what I'm going to do, I think, instead of using my enter key, is if I use my tab button, it will bring me over to cell B2, and I'm going to type unit sales, and then tab, I'll have average price, tab, and sales dollars. I'm not going to worry about the fact that everything is sort of overlaying. We'll talk about this in class, but you can see average P is what is showing, but it really is average price. Next I have my January, and you know what, I'm going to just type February, March, April, May. Let me just show you an easier way to do this. We'll cover more. If I just type GAN, or I could come in and do January, UARY, and if I click on the button and I bring my mouse to be a skinny crosshair, a little black plus, a perpendicular, over this lower right hand box, and I drag down, notice that it's going to automatically populate all the way down to December. So how cool is that? I don't have to retype anything or continue typing each month. It says, oh, you want January? My guess is you want February, March, April, etc. Now in cell A15, I want to put total sales. Good. Now let's go back up to my January, and I'm not going to put any commas in. I'm just going to type the number in, 2670. Unfortunately, all these numbers appear to be different, so I'm going to have to just take the time and type them myself. Now I'm going down with unit sales. I could have gone across and done unit sales average price, unit sales average price. Whatever you prefer, it doesn't really matter as long as we get the numbers in there. But don't do sales dollars right now. Let's just get these first two columns in. So 1030 and 2875, 2700, 900, 775, and just kind of watch that you really are getting them into the right place. And I'm using my down arrow key to get there, 3560. It was a really good sales for that particular day. And my average price, again, I'm going to put the decimal point in, but I'm not going to use any commas or any dollar signs. 9.99, 12.49, and 14.99, and 17.49, and 1030 is 14.99, and 12.49, and 9.99, and 19.99. Now it's interesting, I have 1, 2, 3 1999s. I can do the same thing as I did with January, February, and March, and I can just drag it down to the 3 cells, and notice that August, September, and October all have 1999, so it's a little bit of extra or steps saved. Then I have 17.49 and I have 14.99. Good. Now my last piece is, at this point, is we've created our worksheet. We haven't put any formulas in yet. I think I can maximize this at this point. Is I want to do a file save. So I'm going to do a file save as, and I want to save it to wherever I'm going to be saving my classwork. And what I'm going to call this is sales by month. And I'm going to save it as an Excel workbook. I can go up to 256 characters. That would be kind of crazy to have that many characters up there, but actually 255 plus no. It's still way too many characters. Just whatever works for you. So I have sales by month. I'm going to leave it as an Excel workbook. Most of the times we're going to use Excel workbook. When we get into macros, we'll use macro enabled. We'll be using CSV comma delimited later on, but for now, using Excel workbook will be great. Once you hit save, you'll notice that your book 1 now changes to sales by month. So hopefully you now have a file that will work for you. We're going to play around with this and work more, so please make certain to save it, and we'll move on because we will use this later. Thank you.